right then. Welcome to the early watch. I'm your host, Night Strike. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, Tony was here, and then he had to go somewhere. So hopefully Tony will return. But until then, I guess I can go over some news topics today. Yeah, we'll go from there. I should also post this on my YouTube channel, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. Night Strike. Why haven't you done that yet? Because it's one of those mornings. That's why. It is definitely one of those mornings. So, with that being said, how is everyone? Is there anyone out there? Is there anyone there? Think. Add that. Select that. Add that. Post. There we go. Switch count. Back to that one. There we go. Let's also do this on Discord too, because why not? Does the Early Watch Nation have a Discord channel? No, it does not. Not yet. We're working on it. So, till then, that's that. So, all right. Let's see. Tony's back. All right. Good. I'm going over my show notes right now. I'm getting everything in order before we go talk about stuff, because there's some non-gun related stuff I do want to mention. Because, well, I want to mention it. So that's what happens. But,
well, I don't care.
Yeah. You back? You good?
Maybe.
Technical difficulties.
Clicked off the wrong fucking window.
And then you found out you weren't there anymore. That's probably how it goes. So.
Well, I got this set up so it's supposed to open everything in a new window, but it doesn't always do that.
Yeah, I get you. So, all right. So, apparently a message or something. Oh, it's just the computer telling me what the weather's going to be like today. I already know what the weather's going to be like today. It's cold as balls.
Well, it's actually pretty nice here today, but that's going to change.
Yeah, yeah. Is it going to snow?
Probably. Hey, David.
And David's out there. Oh, Dave's out there. What's going on, Kingpin? Yeah, it's 40. It's 49 here. It's supposed to get to. They say the high today is going to be like 60, and the low is going to be 43.
I think the high today is supposed to be 48 here, but in a couple of days they're talking 11 below zero, which I do not know if that's wind chill or ambient temperature.
Right.
I don't pay that close of attention to the news.
Yeah, I'm just going by what weather.com is saying for today for my area.
Of course, I'm awesome. I couldn't be anything else. You could have that word confused with crabby as hell too.
No. I'm gonna agree with them, because I'll be honest, Tony. You've got some badass lever action rifles. I certainly enjoyed shooting those when we did that. We had range day at Tulsa. So
I didn't even own one of them then. My Browning.
Really?
Yeah, I just bought that thing. I guess it's been 2 years ago now.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were fun to shoot. Even the revolvers were fun to shoot too. So so I have to agree with David that you are pretty awesome. So,
Well,
so, so
I I don't shoot the stuff near as much as I should, but fuck, I don't want to drive 25 or 100 miles.
right. But if we ever do another range day type thing, I'll bring my Garand, and you need to shoot it at least once
I'm game.
because it's in one of your favorite calibers, 30-06. Yeah, it's a lower pressure 30-06, but still 30-06. So
Uh, Never been one to give a shit about pressure or whatnot, just so long as the gun's accurate.
oh, I tell you what, I'll give you that. My range is my accuracy is like 50-50. I'll give you that. But the gun is actually pretty accurate itself. It's just, you know,
You're not. Yeah, I know that.
it's just user error.
Uh, no, I
But
most guns are reasonably accurate unless they're damaged.
I tell you that M1 I got, it is fun to shoot. I just wish I could find more reasonably priced 30-06 for it.
I think all of these revolvers I bought new,
Yeah.
except maybe the 629. I ain't sure about that.
Yeah.
So I got a long time before I shoot them out.
I remember when he first got that Blackhawk, the Super Blackhawk. Yeah, that was the one you had to send away for them to fix, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was an accident, though. That wasn't intentional.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying I remember you had to send it away, and you were damn lucky that they warranted it.
When I spoke to the tech, I was honest with him. I said I overloaded it 30%. He said that it should take that. Cool.
Yeah.
And I've got quite a few more Rugers now because of that.
Yeah.
Because I might have been tempted to get cheaper 45, like Uberti 45 long Colt guns for cowboy action. But after that deal, it's like, hell no, I'm going with the stainless steel Vaqueros. And most likely I would have went to the Vaqueros anyway because I just liked them. But there's a possibility that I wouldn't have.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of like I don't want a Taurus in 44 Magnum.
Yeah.
That's not something I want. I don't really care for the looks of the raging guns. They kind of try to mimic the Colt, and it's not. Or a full underlug Smith.
Right.
No, I think if I buy any other gun, it'll be a Colt Anaconda if they come out with it, a new one.
A new one, yeah.
I could have bought a used one for $1,100, and I even had the money, and I didn't, and I kicked myself in the ass every day for that. It was gorgeous too, but it was pretty good damn sized. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the Anaconda's the big brother to the Python. I always liked Python. whenever I was working for the feds, all 4 years I did that, I qualified the first two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 7 times I ran through it, I'd used the range guy's Python. And then the last time it was I think Model 19 Smith & Wesson. It didn't matter that much. I mean, at shooting range, qualification distances, it ain't freaking hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't then when I could see. It's a little harder now. I'm telling you, old age is a real bitch.
I believe you. I'm getting older myself.
Well, I've had this issue with my eyes since I was about 40, the stigmatism. But it wasn't, it wasn't and still isn't a real problem. But my up-close vision is going. And I have the goddamnedest time seeing the sights.
So that means you have to wear what? Glasses? Corrective lenses?
No. I need the next time I go to the eye doctor, I need to see about getting corrective lenses for that. But normally when you correct for that, then you can't see distance. And I sure as hell can't have that, which is why most of my hunting guns have scopes on them. Because I can adjust the scope for my vision.
Yeah. All right. So there's a topic I want to bring up, and I know why the hell do we need to talk about it. I just kind of want to drop it as a footnote, really.
Okay.
Every year in Gavle, Sweden, or however the hell you pronounce it, Gavle, Sweden, they always build a Yuletide Christmas goat out of hay and straw. And for the past 35 years, vandals have always gone and burnt it down. And that's why this has gotten any sort of notoriety or fame, because it I don't know if it's vandals or if it's pagans or whatever they are, just criminals. Their goal every year is to burn down the Yuletide goat, because they just make it out of straw and wood and hay, and yeah. It hasn't been burnt down yet. Apparently, as far as I know,
it hasn't. Did you say Yuletide goat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Dad.
Your fence dad is out there. What's going on? But it's just something interesting. I mean, it's a tradition. It's a tradition they started in 1966. And they just, they made it. And they put ribbons on it, red ribbons for Christmas and whatnot on it. And overall, it looks nice. Let me see if I can get a picture of it so people know what it looks like.
I'm a little curious how it was a goat, though.
It's Sweden. It's cold country, I guess.
See a lamb or a reindeer, camel even.
Let's see. Here, let me see. Application window. There. Can you see that?
No. I watched the YouTube. I'm telling you. Hang on a second.
So, when it loads up. Getting ready to get my Rona test.
Good God, that's a lot of hay.
Yeah, it's a lot of hay and straw. So basically, they build it. They put Christmas lights on it. They put Christmas ribbons on it, and it's just it's a tradition they do. But the other tradition is a bunch of vandals, criminals, or just I guess people who don't like Christmas. Their goal every year is to burn it down.
Do you know that if they use slightly damp hay or straw, it will spontaneously combust?
The problem is when it snows over there, as it does, often because it's Sweden. It does get damp. Yes.
I don't think that so much is an issue. It has to be the plant stalks and whatnot itself containing moisture. But yeah, hay and straw will spontaneously combust.
Yeah. So
believe me, I have got up and salted freaking hay more than once to pull the moisture out to keep from doing it.
So every year they try and burn it down, which I don't understand. I mean, maybe they're trying to get their jollies off, or maybe they just don't really like Christmas at all. Because, let's see if I can find a picture of them burning it.
I ain't so damn sure that that's not meant to be a reindeer.
Oh, that's a good point too. Let's see, open image, new tab. It's not a great image, but it'll do. There, you see that?
No.
Well,
give me a minute or
wait for it. Hopefully, it'll resolve itself. Let's see.
While we're waiting, I see new Corona news over in Europe where the thing is mutated with 17 different mutations over there, and it's becoming a super problem now, even after the damn vaccine. France has closed their borders again.
Well,
London is in horrific shape. So the news says.
So, is it showing up now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they do to it every year. They just burn it down. I mean, they put it up on November 29th, and they would like to be able to have it for most of the holiday season until January 2nd. But almost always the vandals go and burn it down.
Well, they could salt it with explosives, so when somebody touches a fire to it, it blows up.
Kills them, yeah.
A couple of years of that, and people stop fucking with it. Call that tough love.
I'd also arrest and throw everyone's ass in jail for vandalism.
I can't arrest pieces.
Yeah, I know. But it's something interesting that they do, in one of those European nations for Christmas. And, this is the most odd one that I've found because they almost, for 35 years in a row, they burn it down. So I just figured I'd mention it because it's interesting. All right.
I'd put a fence around it or security cameras or something.
I put a fence and security guards around it, and anybody caught trying to burn it gets arrested and thrown in jail. And anybody that tries to burn it gets blown up. There you go. Problem solved.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily solve the problem because it'd blow the goat too.
That's true. Poor goat.
But after 3 or 4 years, people would get the idea that this is something not to be fucked with.
Right.
Maybe 5 years because people are fucking stupid.
Especially in Europe.
It ain't just Europe. Stupid is worldwide.
Unfortunately, it is. It is. So. Anyways, I just figured I'd mention that because it was interesting piece. So.
I don't quite understand the perpetual rebuilding it. If people are burning it down, I would try to think of some other material that was fire resistant, maybe.
Yeah, build
or
it
at
up.
that point, you could soak it with water.
Yeah.
I mean, ice don't burn it neither.
Make it out of ice. That way they can't burn it down, right?
And the idea of soaking it with water.
Yeah. So. All right. So, we won't be doing a show on Friday because of Christmas, but I just wanted to check with you to see if any special Christmas dishes for Christmas dinner that you all do. You do anything special, or just the same stuff you do for Thanksgiving?
Well, we don't have Christmas on Christmas Day.
Okay.
We have it on New Year's Day. And it's tradition that we have corned beef and cabbage then.
I don't see a problem with this. I love corned beef and cabbage.
It's all right. I can take it or leave it, but I cook it all the time because I can cook it real well.
Hey.
I don't have to like it to be able to cook it. I discovered a long time ago how to cook corned beef.
The defense dad says maybe at this point they keep doing it to get attention for the town. 35 years is a long time to keep doing something like that and not learning from it otherwise. Well, there is a track record. There are some years that they weren't able to burn it down, and there are some years that they were. So, just on that footnote.
I've seen a building right behind it. They could have just stationed a sniper on that building.
Yeah, right?
That was in Sweden, right?
Yeah, put a police sniper up there, right?
Oh, wait a minute. I was confusing Switzerland. All those fuckers in Switzerland know how to shoot.
Oh, Sweden they do too. But, yeah, no. Normally for Christmas, we usually do, like either a homemade or, we get a honey baked ham. Or, or I get one and I make it like honey baked ham.
I have a ham in the refrigerator that I'm going to have to do here pretty quick.
Yeah.
I got 2 turkeys in the freezer, maybe 3.
Those turkeys.
I'll tell you what, I made for Thanksgiving the best turkey I've ever had, and I did it in a way that they say will freaking not work.
Yeah. Deep fry?
No. I started with it with butter and rosemary when it was about 3/4 thawed. It wasn't quite.
Right.
And I worked the butter and rosemary up under the skin and covered it with it, put it in the oven bag, stuck it in the oven at 350.
Mm-hmm.
And this would have been at like 8 o'clock the night before Thanksgiving. And by 10 o'clock, I was so freaking tired I couldn't stay up anymore. So I went in and I turned it down to like 200 and just left it there all night. And that thing was fucking awesome.
So you slow cooked it in the oven.
Yeah. Way slower than they say. Because they say if it gets up to like 185 degrees internal temperature, it will be dry as hell. And this was not.
Hey.
So guess how I'm going to cook my turkeys all the time. That way I don't have to spend the fucking day doing it.
Right? Do it the night before, right?
I did a breast afterwards because we had one turkey breast, and it was just as good. I mean, it worked same way.
Yeah. Well, this Thanksgiving we did turkey leg. We did turkey drumsticks, and we just did breast. We didn't do the whole turkey this time.
Well, the thing is that the whole turkey was 7 cents a pound. No, 33 cents a pound.
Yeah.
$7 is what it cost at the end. $7 or $8. I bought 4 of them, 3 or 4. I bought 3 of them.
Right.
And they're all like 20 to 24 pound turkeys. And her and I can't begin to eat one of those.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it. I probably roast it and then can it.
Well, you either eat them, or I guess you could donate them to the local shelter or something.
I don't.
Defense Dad is saying try it in an electric roaster. No basting and cooks faster. Meat falls off the bone and is extremely tender.
I don't care how fast it cooks if it's doing it while I'm asleep.
Right.
It can take all damn night. That's fine. I don't have room here for an electric roaster. Our kitchen is so damn little, there's nowhere to put it. I mean, I suppose if I carried my food processor and my stand mixer and the Instapot out and set it on the back porch, I could do it, but I got the oven. I figured out how to do it in the oven with the oven bags. And you can probably cook it in 3 or 4 hours in the oven and be done. But I didn't want to have it not completely done. Plus, I didn't want to stay and tend it. And I really didn't want to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to start it. My daughter didn't have enough room in her refrigerator for me to prep the turkey and stick it in there. So I improvised. And it was really, really good.
Well, that's what you got to do.
You're cooking them oven bags. You got to slit them bastards. I'd used them things for years, and I never knew that. You poke like half a dozen half-inch slits in it, and it'll brown the meat or the turkey skin. Damnedest thing I ever seen.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. I'm gonna start going over some of the news topics because we're gonna have to cut this off at like 10:15, 10:20 because I've got to take it. I got to send a package. So.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, you're taking off early today. Going to be off Friday because it's a holiday.
I'm sorry, man. It's just I got shit I got to do. It's that it happens every holiday season. So.
Well, when my daughter started getting married, they had families that does stuff on Christmas. We used to do all our stuff on Christmas Eve. And then it turned out to be easier for everybody to get off of work and be able to get together on January 1st.
Right.
So we've been doing that for a number of years. And I'm fine with it. I don't care. It's about the spirit of the thing, not the calendar date.
That's true.
Hey, notification from YouTube popped up. That must mean that this just notified.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, we got an email. The email is Rick. If you're out there listening, just plug your ears. The email is he got a new scope, primary arms, 2.5x compact scope. This is what Defense Tech got. That's nice. So
he got it as a gift for somebody else. Probably not the best idea to put it on the air here.
No, he got us a new toy for himself. So.
Well, if he already knows, then that's fine.
Yeah, he already knows. So.
My old lady tells me the same thing every year for Christmas. She don't want anything. I'm like, fine, I ain't getting that from him. We'll see how that works out. I don't want anything either. If I want something, I'll buy it.
Right. Now, does she really mean that, or is that just her saying, I don't want you to get me anything?
She means that we've already got so much shit, that aside from more guns, there's not much that hell we even got room for.
Maybe this is her telling you need to get more guns for her.
No, she's come up with that "you've got about enough gun" statement once, and I'm like, that's enough to get you fucking divorced.
Right?
She ain't said it again.
Festa says I can't really use red dots because of my astigmatism. This has the etched reticle, and those work for me. Going on the M4 carbine. Okay, cool, Defense Dad.
Yeah, I couldn't do red dot either. I have center sight astigmatism, so it's right as I look ahead, and it's in both eyes. And like up close and personal, I can see fairly well, except for really close, like I can't read books or something without fucking magnifying glass. But once I get out to, like front sight range of a handgun fully extended, I can see that. But the background gets kind of blurry, but it's not enough to be a real problem. And then I figured out that I could use a scope, and I could adjust the scope where I could see very clear. And I went to that years ago, and I still do it.
Yep. So I was sure we talked about this before, but I'm checking my notes. Yes. The other early watch related 2, we talked about this, but apparently the bill has been fast tracked enough that it is now waiting for the governor of Ohio to sign it. So, for anyone not knowing, the Ohio No Duty to Retreat legislation bill is heading to the governor's desk. This is by MLN.com. Yesterday, the Ohio state legislature passed legislation that was amended to include no duty to retreat Senate Bill 175. The important self-defense measure now heads to the desk of Governor Mike DeWine for his signature. Please contact Governor DeWine if you're in the state of Ohio and ask them to sign Senate Bill 175 into law. Senate Bill 175 strengthens Ohio's self-defense laws by stating that individuals have no duty to retreat from a place that they are lawfully present before using force in defense of themselves or others. Previously, the law only applied to residences and vehicles. However, this measure expands that to allow for law-abiding gun owners to be able to defend themselves without being required to retreat from any place they are allowed to be. Again, please contact Governor DeWine and ask that he sign the No Duty to Retreat bill, Senate Bill 175, into legislation. So I will copy the link there. Yes, it's from the NRA ILA. I'm sorry, guys, but that's just how it goes. I will put the link out there on the YouTube side, and I'll also put it in the description too, just to make sure that we get it. So.
I don't get everybody being pissed off at the NRA. I mean, they haven't done anything they haven't done all along.
Oh, I know.
I ain't really pissed at him, but I don't know if I'm going to renew when it comes due. I think it can do next year.
So, if you live in the Ohio area, go ahead and contact your governor and let him know that you want him to sign the bill.
If you live in Ohio, not the area,
the Ohio State area. So you have to live in Ohio in order for him to give a damn. So, just putting that out there.
Unless you live close enough that you can drive across the line and mail it in Ohio. That seems to be the way of doing business politically these days, so pab right at it.
Yeah. All right.
Where the hell is Vanessa?
I guess Vanessa is off taking care of things.
This should be the most important thing of all.
It should be. So the next topic I want to mention is it's actually two, but they're the same topic. So everyone knows that my favorite manufacturer is Palmetto State Armory because, well, they're a local manufacturer, and they're also the local Cabela's Bass Pro here in South Carolina because apparently Bass Pro and Cabela's don't see the need to open a store in the Charleston area. So, unfortunately.
Well, maybe it's because there's Palmetto State Armory there.
Maybe. But they haven't always been here. So. But for those that don't know, there's been ATF the ATF has decided to go balls to the walls against pistol braces. Whether you have one or not, you have a right to one. And they're saying, well, that right you think you have to a pistol brace, has been revoked. So, You either comply by changing your pistols back to rifles, and leave it, or you file the form, and the ATF will waive the uh, the SBR fee for the rifle. And no. So, Palmetto State Armory stated that they strongly oppose the guidance opinion found in docket number ATF 2020R-10 and recognize it as a direct attack on both our freedom as well as the Constitution. Together, we are the last line of defense between freedom and tyranny. Palmetto State Armory pledges its monetary and moral support to those who will join us in fighting the proposed guidance and any future infringements. Find your congressman, make your voice heard. Remember to include docket number ATF-2020R-10 in your correspondence. And it's got a link to find your representative. I'll also put that in the description for everyone. So go ahead and let your comments be known. We've got until January 4th for the comments because they just dropped this last minute just to try and get it through without any pushback from the people who are more concerned with the Christmas or the holiday festivities of Christmas and New Year's. But I've already signed and said instated comments. And if everyone that does listen to this in the future, if there's still time, please go ahead and do the same. Even if you don't like pistol braces, even if you don't own any guns that have pistol braces, this isn't about whether you like them or not. It's about whether you have a right to them or not.
Now hold on. Didn't just a couple of years ago the ATF rule that you could put them things up against your shoulder and not be violating the law?
Yeah, now they're saying even having the pistol brace in itself makes it an SBR. So either you file the paperwork to SBR your rifle, or you change it back to a rifle.
So basically, all you assholes that are shouldering them have fucked this all up.
Well, if you got a pistol brace firearm, I'm going to tell you to go to that link in the description of this video and post a damn comment. Get off your ass, fire up your keyboard, get those fingers ready, and write a comment. Damn it! If we can get 80 to 100,000 comments there, maybe they won't do anything. Obviously, their minds are probably already made up, but I'm crossing my fingers on this one. I don't know. If they decide to do it anyways, with even if we get a lot of comments, well, then you know what? I'm not going to fill out a form. I'm not going to go and give them any money or reward them by letting them put me on a registry. I'm just going to turn it back into a rifle and be done with it. And yeah, that's complying. In my Night Strike, you shouldn't comply. But the problem is, I kind of like to stay out of jail and out of prison.
How the hell are you going to turn it back into a rifle without it still being an SBR?
By putting a 16-inch barrel on it and changing it to a normal stock.
Well, if you put a 16-inch barrel on it, you won't have to change the stock.
It's true. So,
don't get me wrong. I do not agree with this bullshit at all. Same with bump stock. I have absolutely no fucking use for one, but you should be able to have one if you want it.
Right. You understand the constitutionality behind this. So
more than most people know.
And just because you don't like something, or you don't have one of something, does not mean you should go and punish the rest of the country and those that do, because I'll tell you right now, there are millions of pistol brace owners, pistol brace firearm owners out there in the country now. There are millions. They're not hundreds of thousands. I'm telling you, there are millions, because that whole pistol brace thing, once it became a thing, it went off like hotcakes.
Well, they need to get off their butts and comment.
Start commenting. Let people know.
At some point, I get to the place where I say, if these people won't get off their asses and protect what they like, why the hell should I?
Well,
But I still do.
It always comes back to, why the hell should you? Well, what is right is not always popular. What is popular is not always right. That's the best reason I can give you.
But my point is, why should I defend something that you won't defend yourself?
Well, the problem is, I'm defending it too. But if you and I are the only guys doing it, it's a tough battle.
I didn't mean you specifically.
I understand that, but I'm if I'm making a note of it, if I'm telling people about it, normally that means I've already chipped in and done my part, and I'm trying to get everybody else on board. That's normally what it means when I bring stuff to this table to talk about, because it means I've already chipped in, and I need more people that are like-minded like us, even you, Tony, to chip in and say, yeah, no, stop taking stuff away from us. Start giving us some stuff back.
Well, hello, Kitty.
There she is. She's out there for you.
I don't know if she's out there for me, but hello.
Hello,
now,
Vanessa.
I can't begin to tell you how many fucking letters I've written to Dick Durbin, and while I have to say that he responds, or he has someone respond in non-form letters, they're legitimately written by somebody.
The responses aren't awe-inspiring.
Well, I'm going to do what the fuck I want. I don't care what you think, but he flowers it up pretty nice.
Well, at least he responds, I guess. Right?
Where you at? Oh, you're up in the Northeast. You just need a bigger four-wheel drive.
Vanessa's got a big rig. She's good.
I don't know. If all of us would get together just once, I think if we had done it while Trump was in office and before all this corona bullshit, it would have made a definite impact, because Trump cares what people think of him. Biden, I doubt that it would make a damn difference to him.
When Biden gets elected and your gas goes up to $5 a gallon, don't blame Trump, because apparently the people voted for Biden. So when your taxes doubled or triple than what they were before, and it puts you in the poorhouse, well, you know what? You hated Trump so much you wanted Biden, so shut up and pay your taxes.
I got into a discussion with somebody who said I would be willing to pay 50% income tax to, take care of these social programs. And I said, really? Are you paying 50%? Because you can. They'll take it if you give it to them. If you're not, you need to shut the hell up, because you won't. You want to pay 50% of somebody else's money.
Yeah. But that's where we're getting for. That's where we're going with Biden. He wants to triple the taxes, and they're like, no, he just wants to triple the taxes on the rich. Ah, right. Because he did that with Obama, right? No,
No.
he didn't. So, get ready to start bitching and complaining about how much you're paying in taxes because it's coming. You're going to be paying. You're going to be paying $4 or $5 a gallon for gas too. So
in Illinois, our governor desperately wanted to tax the billionaires, which he was one of the 16 of them. But what they're not putting out there and what people are missing is the fact that every freaking state service that you are forced to do, vehicle license and whatever the hell else is involved, there's gasoline tax. Our vehicle license went from $100 to $150. Our title fees went from like $35 to $150.
Yeah.
These are all fucking taxes this cocksucker raised with a pen.
So,
and of course, all the people up north in Chicago who don't own a damn car because you can't get around in one anyway. They're happy as clams that the downstate people and the people who generally have to drive cars are supporting their asses, basically.
Sadly.
And even better yet, I got to do the transfer and license on my truck. And I can't because there's no fucking Secretary of State office open. Not until middle of January.
No?
If Corona goes down.
Huh.
Oh, I could go and drive to the main office in Springfield, or I could drive to Chicago, or Danville, which is like 150 miles away, 125, something like that. But that's how fucked up we are. We can't afford Biden because we already got Pritzker.
Well, I got bad news. It's about to get worse come January.
Well, a lot of it won't bother me any.
Yeah, it won't bother you, but it'll bother everyone else. And, if they complain, if they cry, complain, and moan, all I'm going to say is, well, where were you at the voting polls?
They don't tax retirement here unless it's over freaking like $75,000, which I'm nowhere near that. More like 12,000.
No.
I don't know. It's like everything else. Biden won't be able to do half what he wants to.
As long as as long as the Georgia runoff race goes Republican, and Biden won't be able to do anything. If it goes to the Democrats, well then, kiss your constitutional rights goodbye.
If it goes to the Democrats, then it's obvious that's fraud.
Yep. obviously fraud. But again, nobody will do anything because the courts just refuse to hear it because there's no evidence. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see.
Well, a bunch of people on YouTube and Facebook saying that it's fraud is not evidence. There's so much fucking bullshit. And you can't believe fucking numbers that you read because people just pull that shit out of the air. Who knows? Honestly.
Yeah.
Now, I don't watch mainstream news aside from the local morning stuff, but I've never ever seen the news say that Biden got more votes than Obama.
Because it didn't.
But that shit's all over Facebook that they're saying he got more. A lot of the sources for quote unquote information that we see are bullshit. Just people trying to stir shit.
Yep.
Is it possible that Biden honestly beat Trump? Fuck yes, it is, because Trump beat Hillary. There's already a damn precedent set for that shit. Do I believe it? Not especially.
Is it possible they could have cheated with all those votes?
Not to the extent that they're claiming. But yes, it is possible.
So that's what it comes down to. So we're gonna get over that. We're gonna move on from that. From anyone that hasn't seen the video yet, go over to Federal's YouTube channel and check out.
Yes.
What?
I said yes.
Go to Federal's video on the message from Federal, CCI, Speer, and Remington. President
He says the
Jason
same thing about ammo that I just said about the whole election thing.
He's basically saying we're continuing to make ammo. We're making ammo left and right. The problem is that there's so much demand right now for ammo that it's unprecedented. But they are still continuing to manufacture ammo every freaking day. So
I enjoyed the shit out of that video, really did.
I will post it in the description of this video, because I feel that it's necessary.
Dude kind of reminds me of me without all the cussing. Or at least his response reminded me of something I would do. We ain't storing it in warehouses. We ain't selecting singular customers. And
yeah,
I know all these fucking morons have went out and bought guns, trying to buy thousands and thousands of rounds of ammo at 4 or 5 times what it should cost. They're going to find out later. And I would imagine that there's a certain amount of people who are trying to buy ammo and resell it at a profit.
Mm-hmm. So it's in the description of the video. So Again, once this is done being live, check the description of the video, as I've got all the links in the description. I got everything we talked about this morning is all listed. So, but you need to watch that one video. If you check any of the links, watch that video from President Vanderbrink on the ammo situation, because they're making it hand over fist. The problem is it's not enough. And that's why people are pissed off, because it's not enough.
Well, people think that every kind of fucking ridiculous bullshit's being done. And that's what he's pissed off about.
Yeah.
You know, now, could they have issues with Corona slowing down?
Yes, they stated
sure. Are they storing it in massive warehouses trying to make more money?
Yeah.
No. It's the middleman who makes all the damn extra money on these deals.
And it's also the middleman that's raising the prices on you, too.
That's what I just said.
Yep.
But I don't know. I watched that yesterday, and I thought that was really good.
I did too. That's why I'm mentioning it. So.
And he went through and he even showed that they were making 30-06 and 22 LR
and 223.
I didn't see any 22 shorts, but that's all right. I got a few thousand here.
Well, I did see 9mm.
Yeah, Semtex.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of 9mm there. So
had fucking pallets of Semtex.
Right.
I ain't buying no damn plastic bullets.
Well, no, he also showed hollow points too.
I wonder when they're going to make hollow point Semtex.
No idea, but he did show hollow points for 9mm, so they're there.
You'll have a 9mm putting out about a 55 grain bullet at 2,100, 2,200 feet per second.
I don't see that as a problem.
Probably won't be very accurate.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you shoot straight enough, that's enough is enough.
Well, that's the issue. If it isn't accurate, then you're shooting straight ain't gonna matter.
Right.
So I tend to use light for caliber bullets a lot. Like for 44 Magnum, I use 200 grain. 9mm, actually, I do run 115 grain for that. 4570, I dropped down to a 340 grain.
Really?
I get good performance out of the 44. Now, I don't know so much about the 4570 because I haven't shot it that much to really say that, it's really accurate with this light load better, or lighter bullet better than the 405 grain.
It's 4570 though.
It should be all right.
Yeah.
But I don't know yet. The rifling twist is kind of relative to bullet weight.
Right.
But I'm not so worried about the gun stripping bullets because it's got 26-inch barrel. And I'm pretty sure it's a progressive twist. And it's not shooting them that damn hard anyway. I mean, it's not like it's got, 40,000 pounds of chamber pressure when it goes off. It's probably more like 18. If that. I know that the Colt 45 has really low pressures when it is loaded to what it originally was. I think they're down in like 16,000. And then 44 Magnum jumps to, God, I remember 36, which is enough for a gun in your hand for me.
We got Patrick out there. Patrick, what are you saying, buddy? Patrick's saying it is not the middleman distributors raising the price on ammo. It is the small gun shops, ranges, and internet retailers. Big box stores have only gone up a few dollars a box. I work for Bass Pro Shops. All right. Well, the online. Well, I was saying online retailers like everyone's favorite price gouger, cheaper than dirt.
Cheaper than dirt is a fucking joke.
In more ways than one.
I actually pretty much only shop at Bud's, Midway, and Brownells, and then Sportsman's Guide, but I've never ever bought ammo from them. Mostly I buy it from Midway and Brownells. Well, no, that's not true because I bought most of my 22 ammo from Bud's. Because there was a time when they were going for 3 cents or slightly one way or the other, 3 cents around, and I bought a couple boxes. I bought enough that I was willing to give my grandkids 2,800 rounds and not feel like I was getting rid of much. Because I gave them 2 of them 1,400 round buckets. Be right back. Got to get more coffee.
All right. All right. Get your coffee. So, but yeah, Patrick, I believe you, man. I believe you. It's just the online retailers that want to price gouge and, some enterprising stores. Yeah, I can believe that. No, 100% believe that. So, we'll wait for Tony to get back. Do I have any more topics? I might have one or two more. Let's see. I've already mentioned that. But here's something. I don't necessarily want to read all of it. No, not because you guys aren't worth it, but because it's way too long. So we'll cover that on hit or miss.
What?
Something else. I'm just looking for one more topic to possibly talk about this morning. Unless you got something. You got something you want to talk about.
Nope. Every day we got people lined up at the door running to the gun counter seeing if we have ammo.
Yeah.
I honestly read that thing about distributors, or middlemen. So, it's like every fucking thing else on the internet. It could be way the hell off base. I bought all the ammo I wanted from the time shortly after Trump was elected until probably a year ago. I don't think I bought any in the past year.
Patrick says new plans are in place at my store to have ammo for Joe Q Public. Okay.
So it's the same folks every day lining up to get or to see if you have ammo, or they're the ones up buying it.
Probably see if he has ammo. So, well, Patrick, good on you. Keep fighting the good fight. And with that, I guess we can end it. Any final words of wisdom, Tony?
I've got volumes of words of wisdom. I'm kind of curious about the thing with the gun shop or with Bass Pro Shop, what he's seeing there.
Yeah, but then you get into whether he can actually show what's going on there, or whether he has to have the news do that because he can get in trouble doing it as an employee.
I'm not asking for insider information. I'm just trying to satisfy curiosity if we got people still hoarding ammo. I mean, I could be called a hoarder, but I did not buy ammo when there was even an inkling of a shortage. I just bought enough to last me the rest of my fucking life when I could get it at a reasonable price.
Yep.
Or the way to make more for myself, which actually is better for me in the long run, because I don't think I bought a box of 4570 ammo ever.
How'd you get it then in the first place?
I bought brass primers and I loaded it.
I think definitely you did buy it. You just didn't buy it in boxes.
I bought components, assembled it myself.
You assembled it yourself, but you still bought it.
Not according to the government.
No, not according to the government. But you see the correlation I'm getting at, though.
Now, I might have bought a few primers earlier this year, but it just happened to be that a store that changed ownership was trying to get rid of all the reloading shit. And I just bought all the primers they had that I could use. But this was pre-corona restrictions, so it may not have even been this year.
Right.
Getting old memory ain't worth a shit either.
Right. All right, guys. If you have any news articles, if you have any comments, suggestions, if you want to tell us your favorite Christmas dinner dish, or if you have anything you'd like to say on any of the topics we talked about today, go ahead and leave us a comment in the description of this video. Again, if you have any news you'd like us to cover on the Early Watch Reloaded, go ahead and give us an email. earlywatchsc@gmail.com or earlywatchil@gmail.com, and we'll try and go over it. We got a couple more comments out from Patrick, so we'll read the rest of those, and then we'll start packing everything up and having a good rest of our morning. So Patrick is saying, yes, people are still hoarding ammo. It's like the toilet paper and gun shops, ranges, online retailers buying our ammo. Also, we have no reloading supplies. Been out for 6 months.
I
Huh.
find that interesting as hell how the reloading supplies are have dried up.
Right.
Because, with the exception of primers, usually there's at least spotty stuff out there.
I've gone to PSA, and they have reloading equipment. They've got powder, but they don't have primers or brass.
Well, I'm still looking for 4570 brass because I don't have enough. I think I've only got like 1,000 cases. I may not even have that many. I certainly don't have any on hand and not loaded. And I don't have 1,000 rounds of it loaded. Probably half that. But otherwise, I'm good. I've got, I don't know, 50 pounds of powder here.
Right.
Thousands and thousands of primers. But I bought this shit, good year ago or way before. Because I was going in and buying a box of 1,000 primers once a month. Or 2 boxes. For what I loaded, which large pistols, what I load the most of. So I think I've got, 6 boxes of large pistol primers, 6,000, probably 4,000 or 5,000 of small pistol primers, but I've got a shit ton of small pistol stuff loaded. I've got enough 9mm loaded. I don't need to buy any ever or load any more ever, I'm sure.
I believe you. So.
I got to look at my 380 stuff, although I've only got one 380 gun, so having more than
I don't have
300 or 400 rounds at a time is just not really necessary because the gun only holds 8.
I don't have 380. I've got 38 special, but I don't even have a gun at 38 special. So
I do, or my wife does.
I do not. I need to get one.
I think we've got a couple 150 rounds, 250 rounds, 300 maybe for that. But, I've got the stuff to load a couple thousand.
Right.
44 Magnum, different matter. I've got a lot. I've got a lot of stuff to reload with. I'm sure that I could load 1,000 rounds with what I've got here. Plus the thousands that I have loaded. So, I kind of have very little sympathy about this whole ammo thing because those of us who were firearms owners should have fucking bought it when it was available and cheap.
Right.
And we had several years to do that.
Right. Now I've got ammo. I've got ammo that I've got here at the house, but if I go and shoot, I'm not shooting anything other than probably 22 right now because that's the cheapest I got that I could, get more of and still, have money in the bank,
None of the online places have any 22 except for like the super match crap, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. So,
like I said, though, I've got, God, I don't know, 26,000 rounds of 22 LR and short, and everything's the same for me because most of my guns will take shorts, longs, or long rifles, and I've actually switched over to hunting with shorts because it's almost like you have a silenced gun.
And I'm going to tell everyone, next time you see a bucket of 22, go and buy it, regardless of whether it's 80 or $100. Just buy it. That way you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing ammo prices stabilizing very well until at least see where Biden's going.
Right.
It turns out that he tries shit and the Supreme Court smacks him, or he just, a lot of times the gun stuff is a rhetoric. They don't really follow much.
Unless they have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. So at that point, I'm going to tell everyone: if you live in Georgia and you live in the districts for the runoff, please vote Republican. And I'm not saying that the
Yeah.
Republicans are any better, but overall, to ensure your gun rights stay as they are, don't vote for the Democrat, because the Democrat may give you a dog and pony show, but the Democrat doesn't want you to have guns. Period. Yeah.
Well, at least there's not enough uh, of a divide that they could actually repeal the Second Amendment. I mean, because that's got to go through 2/3 of the states.
Yeah, well, they said that they can, if they can get the House, the Senate, and the presidency, then they're gonna make a push.
Well, I know they will, but they still won't be able to do it. But they'll be able to do a lot of annoying shit.
Yep. So,
And the worst thing they'll be able to do is pack the fucking court, which will kill us.
yep. And if the courts don't do what they're supposed to do and don't do the job, then what's the point in having the courts in the first place? And on that note, I'm gonna go get some coffee. So we'll see you. We'll see you guys. What's it?
Monday.
I'll see you guys next Monday. So stay safe.
Some of us don't want to work Christmas.
Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy time with your family. And again, I'm not going to say Happy Holidays. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, all.
And a good day, everybody.
So, with that, we'll see you all later. Take it easy. Now, how did I turn this damn thing off?
Same way you did the last 4 times you did it.
I forget every time. Every time. What's this button do?